is up, guys? Check it out. We are on the river. What do you think of that? It's pretty cool. Got a lot lined up for you guys. Uh-oh, I already found one problem. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. There we go. Don't want any interference on this one. Shout out to the Camp Goonies. Right on for hooking up a shout out for me. Really appreciate it, guys. You guys went above and beyond on that one. Totally appreciate it. You guys are welcome to join me on any adventure that I'm ever gonna do that you can make it to, man. Come up to Northern California. Let's go on some gold adventures. Let's make it happen. I'll come down there one of these days. I already got a buddy that I need to see down in Southern California. So, yeah, this will be interesting. So, today we have some concentrates from my last outing that was this weekend. This was actually back up to Adam's spot. Some of you guys know who Adam is. So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty good cleanup. I have a feeling that I'm going to see over somewhere around 2 pennyweight, maybe 2.5 grams and up, somewhere around there for about a day's worth of work by myself solo. So, should be pretty interesting. I got the blue bowl running. I got the pan and tank ready here. We got the pan and tank right here. Got my water ready to go. Gonna wash down some black sands here. What we're gonna do is we are gonna screen down this material first. We're gonna use this guy. We got a 30 mesh. I got this nice bowl. This came from IKEA. But what's cool about this bowl is that these fit perfectly in there. And then I can put this underwater and it catches everything. So I'm really liking this. What is up, Adam, man? You made it. I am running some dirt from Adam's claim. Adam is actually, we're going to have a bunch of cons to run pretty soon. I got some cons that Adam's sending me. That we're going to do a special here just on that, just on those cons. It's going to be a pretty good cleanup. So I'm looking forward to that one. Stone Crow, what is up? What is up, soccer guy? Man, look at all these people joining. I'm a little overwhelmed here. I mean, I'm just a little guy cleaning up some gold, but hey, I'll take it. We'll run with it here. The Prospector Josh in the house. I need to move this so I could see you guys better. I might have to do something like, I don't want to get it wet. I'm going to leave it there for now. Let's get busy here. Look what I got. It's dripping. A Target bag full of black sand cons. I'll tell you what, you put these bags over the 5-gallon buckets and dump them out into the bags. And these are some good bags because, in California we got that crap where you have to pay for the bag. So they're actually some good bags. So I use these. It's a pretty good amount of cons here we're going to play with. I have not searched these. These are unsearched. I take that back. I fanned back a couple of pans. I know they're rich. I don't know how rich. And there's actually one really cool piece in here too. I got a nice piece. I call it the butterfly. You'll see why. I'm going to put this guy on here. So this one, we got the 30 and then we got the 1/8 inch because there's still some big stuff because I was running a bazooka gold trap. So I had the bazooka gold trap running, and so there's still some bigger stuff in here, which you're going to see. This might be a little tricky here. I don't want to get this stuff spilled. Butterfly luck. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's actually a really neat piece that I called the butterfly, and you'll see why. There's tons of butterflies down there. Adam knows all about it. Oh yeah, here we go. It's a lot of cons. Actually, you know what? This bowl might be a bad idea because it kind of wants to roll around in here. This pan and tub, for you guys don't know, you get a 55-gallon polymer drum like this one and cut it in half. And man, that is the ghetto dump truck right there, because what's cool about it is when you're down on the river, it slides around. You could slide it, you could pull on it with these handles. This one's got handles on it, and you could pull it behind you, and I mean, it's thick, it's like a 1/4 inch thick, so it just slides over and it's way easier than carrying buckets. And you could carry this, half of one of these will do 5 gallon buckets. So a little tip, if you get one of these. And check it out, I already see the butterfly piece. It's in here and I could see it. We're gonna look at it really quick here. Let me put this stuff over here. Oh yeah, I'm afraid this wants to tip, but let's see. Oh, I'll use my new, check this out. Little pisser. Oh yeah. I got this on a little pottery, what do they call it? A little fountain recirculating pump. I mean, just a little cheap one. You don't need much, just a little something to clean off the sands. But in here, check out this piece of gold. Ain't that a nice piece? And so why I call it the butterfly is it was folded. This was actually folded. It was still a big piece. You could kind of see the two wings, I guess you could say. It was folded in half like a taco, and I actually unfolded it on camera. You're going to see I got video footage of it. So pretty neat find right here. I'm going to put this guy aside. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, so pretty cool. We'll set him aside. Now, let's get back to these cons here. I'm not going to be able to keep up with you guys as much as I used to in the chat because I got a lot of work to do, but I'm going to try. So I'll try to keep up. I really want to get all this stuff at the bottom of the bag because this is all the best stuff here. So we'll wash this bottom of the bag off. Oh yeah, works good. Hey Adam, do you know where this picture was taken, or the background I should say? Could you recall where this is, or the rocks behind me on this side? Do you know where that is? You should know. That's my backyard. I wish that was my backyard. I wouldn't leave my house. Yeah, this little, I call it the pisser. It's probably not the best name for it, but hey, whatever. That's what it is. It's working good. A lot better than what I was doing before, like splashing and using bottles and stuff. Maybe this plastic bag wasn't the best idea because this is a little bit hard to clean. See, I'm learning as I go with some of this stuff. Always adapting. Right on, Chris. Appreciate it, man. I'm glad that you stopped by. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. You know, one thing that I realized is some people know my name, some don't. My name is Jerry. Call me Prospector Jerry, I guess. This is the Gold Shack. This is going to be the new setup. We're going to do this once a week. I haven't picked a day yet. It's not going to be Tuesday because that's Flash in Your Pan, and I don't want to interrupt his flow. I'm thinking either Wednesday or Thursday. It was going to be tomorrow night, and I had to change it. Maybe a lot of you guys noticed that. but some things came up in my life that I couldn't avoid, and I had to change it. So that's why we're doing it tonight. So I'm going to set this bag aside finally. I'm taking forever here. There's still black sand in it, so maybe I'll put this somewhere. All right, let's get down to business. Try to wash some of this stuff off here. A different treasure every week. Well, I'm going to try. That's for sure. We'll have a good time. We can all hang out and talk gold. And hopefully I'll have some nice gold to show with you guys. Yeah, this is working nice. Is that a green sticker? Behind me, the green, you mean like a green screen? Yes, I'm using a green screen. I wish I was on the water. If that's what you meant. I'm not sure. Send some VT color too. Heck yeah, man. Adam needs to get back here quick. We got a lot of unfinished business to take care of on the mountain. I'm taking a guy out this Saturday. I'm taking my cousin out. He's a fly fisherman. So I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but it's going to be gold related and fly fishing related. So it'll be interesting. I think we're going to take the side-by-side out and head up a river, do some four-wheeling, see what we come up with. I'll have some cool video to share with you guys at least. Right on, Rachel. I appreciate it. I've been working on it. It's been a project in motion. A lot of these guys that are in here have watched and seen the progression. Started off with just videos. I think the live stream, you know, like the Goonies got, man, this live stream platform is just a whole new ball game. There's a lot of things that are going to come and change, you know, entertainment. And there'll be a lot of new things. I've seen there's a guy, I think it's Quiche Guitars. He does a lot of neat things with coins where you could, you know, make a donation and get something in return. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but there's all different types of things people are coming up with that are pretty cool. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm totally non-for-profit. I'm not looking for any money. I'm just looking to hang out and do some mining and talk gold with people. Wellington. The concentrates, yes, I live in Northern California, and these came from the South Yuba River. So these cons are from the South Yuba, and it's fairly close, about an hour away. Okay, so this is all my plus quarter or plus eighth inch. I'm going to set this aside because we're going to pan this out. Make sure that I didn't miss anything. So then we have all of our plus 30 here. Try to work this down a little bit more. Right on, Paul. I appreciate it, man. All a project in motion. You should have seen I had a different setup before this. It wasn't practical, but it was going to look really cool. I've been working with some stuff. I could actually make it look like I'm panning in the water with the green screen and the tub. Done some playing around, and it was going to look really cool, and I might still play with it one day, but it just wasn't practical. I need more of a practical setup to kind of do all this stuff, and this is a little bit better. I think so too. I'm pretty sure there is. All right. Plus 30, minus 30. Now, take this minus 30, and what I really should do is screen this down, and I think I will, but I'm going to try to do it faster. There's actually not a lot of material in there. We're going to pan this other stuff out and take a look at it really quick, see if we have any big gold. I don't think there's going to be anything in there. I think I would have already seen it with the butterfly piece, but you never know. Laptop's getting wet. You had me looking. I'm like, oh, it's not. Hey, my old lady says I drink too much before my live streams. Maybe I should not do that. And might be a better performance. Might be able to get some words out. That's kind of something I'm working on. I gotta, as we're going with these things, I get tongue-tied easy. That would be pretty cool, Red Man. I'm gonna try to do a backdrop of each different place that I go to. So each adventure that I take is gonna have the backdrop. That's what we're gonna see. And hopefully it's gonna be video. And I got some really cool things worked out for some of the spots already, some of the camps and stuff. So it's gonna be really pretty cool for you guys to come back and check out. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Need the gold pan. And we will do our plus 30. Get the piercer. Wellington, this is strictly a hobby, man. I wish I could do it professionally. People have tried. You could do it in California. It's like you got to be guerrilla style, or kind of like a ninja to get good gold out here. There's lots of regulation. There's a lot of stuff. I do everything by hand. So if you want to do anything over that, that's when it really gets complicated. If you're going to work with your hands, not very complicated at all. Anyone could jump into it. It's actually really simple to get into. You'd be surprised. All right, let's see if I could do this without ruining all my camera equipment and my microphone. I haven't tried this yet in here. Gotta be very careful. As soon as we're done with the panning, I'm gonna put on some video from the trip that these came from, so you guys could check that out. We'll do that right before we get down to this other minus 30 stuff. Panning her down, take it a little bit off at a time. I found more gold with the gold pan than anything else. If you want to find gold, you have to learn how to pan. There's no way around it. Still a lot of light stuff in this material. A lot of this material is just stuff that makes it through the grizzly on the bazooka. There we go. Starting to see some black sand. That's when you know. And I'm already seeing, is that gold? Yep, I'm already seeing gold. That's not good. I'm sitting here panning this material off. I probably should be running this through the darn blue bowl, but it's plus 30. Wow. It's so it's saturated. This material, it's crazy when you get so much gold in black sand. It starts to get to a point where it's hard. I mean, you can almost not pan it out. There's just so much in there. And it seems like you should be able to, like it would fall to the bottom, but it just doesn't. You could sit here and play with it, and it won't. There's probably going to be gold in this. I think we're going to blue bowl this stuff. I think that's what we're going to do. It's just, I don't want to pan it down further. There's too much gold in it already. That's ridiculous. So much gold, Adam. How much gold is there? There's so much gold, bro. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. The pan will act like a green screen. Check this out. Yeah, the disappearing gold pan. Oh, it's like a little bit, see, because it's a different color green. That one would probably be perfect. But this one, a little bit different. It's the ghost pan. Right on, Adobe, man. All right, I'm gonna put on some video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is from the trip. This is from where these cons came from. Like I said, we're just now playing with them. I haven't touched them. It's been driving me crazy. I know there's a lot of gold in them. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Back here at Adam's spot. It's a shame, man. Somebody knocked down all the stones up there. I don't know who it was. I'll have to talk to Justin. Justin was up here recently. I know he wouldn't do that, but maybe he knows there's some problems with locals. But that's a shame, man. That's really messed up. No one's bothering these locals. We're just using the river like everyone else gets to. I don't understand. So, we're about to run some dirt, and it should be a good day. Getting the best gold out of all the top stuff. Ran a few, I'm not doing test pans, I'm doing test buckets. And since I put that V-matting at the front of the Grizzly on the bazooka, it's working awesome. Every bucket I can clearly see if there's gold, if there's not gold going in the box. And for sure, the best layer that I've hit so far, today at least, has been all this top stuff. There's tons of it. I'm just gonna keep going and run as much of it as I can. The sun's coming out. I do have my back. I kind of wanted to save that till the end of the day when it's really hot and I'm out of energy, because it's easy to do. So I'm hoping for a good day. Have high hopes. I'm in the death cave. This is where I'm kind of leaving. This is my home base. There's a hornet's nest somewhere in here. I see one crazy big hornet coming in and out of here, maybe more. But it's nice and cool. And I'm keeping all my food, and my water's cool. The rocks are all nice and cold from the nighttime, and it's in the shade constantly, so they're nice and cool. It's keeping my water nice and cold. And it's nice and shady in here. It's a good little spot. Got the sluice set up. I haven't cleaned it out yet. I don't think that I'm gonna clean it out. I think I'm gonna let it run all day. It's set up so nice. It's running just perfect. I'm afraid to mess with it. It took me a while to get it set up just how I like it, and I'm gonna just keep running it. You know what, Adam? I could do this every day too, man. I mean, I can't really do it, but if I was able to do it like you were for a while, oh man, it is just so beautiful up here. So peaceful. I'm alone right now. Look at the cleanup so far. I'm like blown freaking away. I just peeped at it and it's already tons of gold, big ass pickers. Look at that. Can you see that in the sun? I'm not even panning this here. It's so ridiculous. Look at that picker. That's a nice picker and it's folded. There's like 2 pickers. I don't know if you can see that. There's 2 of them. Let's try to unfold it. Unfold the gold. I had a nugget. My biggest piece was folded like this. Oh, look at that. Unfold it, and now it's twice as big. Look at that piece of gold. So cool, huh? I'm happy. This piece needs to go in my snuffer bottle right now. I'm gonna take all this stuff. I'm not even panning it here. I'm bringing it home. It's too much gold to mess up. I'm completely rejuvenated now that I've seen that gold. I'm ready to get to it. Drink me some of my chilled Red Bull. So I've been doing some vacuum. Get a whole bucket. I'm about halfway through my batteries. I think I'm gonna call it quits. I've vacuumed like everything there is. It's kind of wasting time looking for vacuum material when I could just be sluicing. So I'm gonna go back to sluicing for the rest of the half of the day. It's starting to get late. It's probably about 3 right now, but I'm gonna try to put another couple hours in. Doing good. So look how much black sand's in this material. I mean, I'm afraid to pan it here. It's so saturated. I'm a decent panner. I have faith in my panning, but this stuff is just loaded with gold and all kinds of stuff. So it's gonna go in the bank. I'll show you where my bank, I gotta make a deposit in the bank. My bank's in there. Show you how I've been doing this. Oh, the bank's getting full. Might need a new account. Pull another pan. Look at all that. There's still gold in there. Look at all that gold in there that didn't make it out. Deposit at the bank. It's the Death Cave of America bank. I got the bazooka set back up. Looks good. Whoever built this little wing dam right here, that's perfect. This is a perfect spot. And this little point right here is actually, I haven't moved tailings once. They're just taking off. This is awesome. And it's creating a nice, perfect little drop in pressure right after the trap, which is also kind of aiding in it working, I think. So let's run some more material. Check this out. Those aren't shadows. I've been working next to this all day. The water's gone down so much so fast that a lot of the panning spots that we used to use, or Adams used, I should say, a lot of these guys are up here. They're out of the water now. Look at that's all solid black sand. Spilt all over the rock. see no gold. I'm very calmly trying to acclimate myself to the water. I was so hot and so overheating when I jumped in. I didn't feel right. Kind of, it was almost like a shock. So I got out and been slowly getting in, and I feel really good now. Let's see if we could find any fish. Made it across. Check out this little cave. Whoa, I just looked up and was like, oh, there's so many bad boulder situations at this spot. This is kind of neat. The grotto. Let's go under the grotto. There's another death cave down there. I'm going back across. Well, I guess to do good on the river, you got to give something back. I lost my freaking hat. I don't even know what happened. I know I had it in my hand when I jumped in the water, and now I don't have it. I don't remember when I let go of it. I don't remember anything. I just don't have it now. I think when I jumped in, I literally got so shocked by the coldness of the water, I might have let go of it. That sucks. Oh well. It wasn't an expensive hat. Well, this is farewell. It's almost 5. I was gonna stay as late as I could, and honestly I probably could stay later if my body wasn't messing up on me. I've been drinking water all day. I brought 7 small bottles of water down here, 7 of them, and I have my last bottles half full, so I've been drinking plenty of water, but my body's cramping up. My legs, my back, my arms, everything's cramping up really bad. You know, this is kind of the beginning of the year. This is really physical. This was way more physical than the last couple of trips, so that's kind of why I'm hoping for a good cleanup. I'm like so sore. I hope I can make it out of here. I'm actually a little bit afraid. I went as light as possible. I was going to bring the drone and get some really sick drone footage down here. I took a lot of the stuff that I was going to bring and didn't bring it, and I'm wishing now that I didn't bring a lot more. Like I probably could have done without the vacuum. It just occurred to me, I bet this is why a lot of prospectors back in the day were able to find shit, because they're like me, taking breaks, exhausted, close to the ground. Like, oh, what is that? I mean, there's obviously nothing there, but you get what I'm saying. Kind of was thinking that when I stopped right here. Where do you carry your cons at when you're driving home? I got a lot of them, so. My baby! Please don't take my baby! All strapped in and everything. Get her done. Yeah, we are back. So I'm glad you guys all enjoyed that video. Man, I enjoyed it too. I want to go back there right now. I want to like stop what I'm doing and just call in sick from work tomorrow and just go dig gold. I have a blast every time I'm up there. Kind of move things around a little bit. I still have to move around. We're going to get to the blue bowl now. We're ready for the blue bowl. So let me switch this guy up here. It's about right. Might have to do something about these lights. Hold on really quick. There we go. That's a lot better for the glare, I think. All right, so let's get down to business. I want to see some gold. I mean, you guys are like, what the heck? I thought we were going to see some gold. Are we going to see gold, Jerry? Where's the gold? Well, dripping it all over the place like an idiot. That's where it is. Get all this good stuff in there. We're going to do the whole freaking thing. B. Randon, my brother. Right on for joining, man. We're going to find $1 million tonight. Rachel, no, it looks like gold, but that's all blonde sand. I should have said that initially. I got to remind people that it does, when you first put it in the bowl, there's a lot of blonde sand that looks like gold. You will see the gold. You'll see it, but not yet. Got that good stuff on the bottom. Oh yeah. There we go. You know what? I'm just gonna dump this all in here like this. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot more efficient. You could even use the pisser. Good old pisser. Oh yeah. Look at that. I was using my noggin on that one, I think. It's like, you know, last time I was doing this stuff with freaking cups and just looking like a kid at the beach. Gotta come up with something better here. Don't spill it, Jerry. You're right on that one. I'm known for spilling. You could talk to the Hawaiian. We were out on the river, one of Adam's digs. He's seen it. He was the only one. It was so embarrassing. I almost dropped my whole Cons bottle over just being an idiot. So I'm known for messing up. I tried. That was a very rare moment. Normally I'm not that non-cautious with stuff. But here we go. Turn this thing on. Cut it back a little bit because this stuff's big. They say you don't even want to run anything over 30 mesh. Oh, I'm seeing gold. You could see the gold dancing around the edge. So at the very edge of this black sand, all that stuff that you're seeing that's left behind is gold. There's a lot of it down in this bottom corner right here. Oh, dude, this is looking super good. I mean, so this is, okay, this is, yeah, plus 30, but it didn't go through an 1/8 inch. Oh no, it went through the 1/8 inch. So, it's almost pickers in here. The blue bowls are efficient. They're just a little tricky. A lot of people don't like them. I actually wouldn't prefer it. There's a lot of other equipment that I'd rather use. I'd rather use a gold cube, honestly, but I just don't have one. This makes for good video, though. I mean, the Blue Bowl is probably one of the better things to look at out of all of them, at least. So I have it, and I'm using it. I'm gonna have to bump this up. I don't know if it's even gonna clean this big of size up. It doesn't look like it's taking it all down. To bring it up to the brim. I don't know. It's taking some of it. That's as high as it'll go. I'm surprised I even could leave it there. Usually, uh-oh, it's starting to break it. It's starting to break the rim. I'm going to break it back a little bit. What'll happen is it'll overflow, and then that's running too hot. So you got to cut it back. You got to ride it like a bike. You can't just run this thing. You got to actually like throttle it and watch the water level and operate it. What I am going to do is I think it's not going to suck this stuff up. It's not going to suck it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. We're going to let the water settle so you can kind of see some of the gold in there. And we're going to just sucker it up, and I'll pan that out, put it aside and pan that out. Oh yeah, lots of nice little pickers in there for sure. And all those specks are gold. Pretty neat. This guy. Wow, that didn't work very good, did it? No, maybe we won't use this guy. Let's try something else here. Ah! It's Adam. Where were you, man? I didn't mean to be. I swear I wasn't in your honey hole. Oh, Adam, I did find a hot spot, though. I won't say exactly where it is, but it's behind a big rock out of all the big rocks. And if a local's watching, he's going to be mad because I think I was in the local's hole on that one. But it was hot, man, and they dug down to the bottom. And the bottom wasn't even the good stuff. It was all the top layer. The top layer was so hot. And it's cool because that bazooka, I put some ribbed matting like the new Grizzly Gold Trap has on it so you could see it, you could see it light up. And man, what a difference it makes to stay on the color. You could see every freaking scoop that goes in it. You could see if there's gold or not going in it. It's like way up high. It was like way up high, probably one of the highest boulders, but there was a bunch of gravel behind it. And it got super sketchy. I dug it out to the point where I was afraid to go under it anymore. It just was like about to come down, and it was like as big as a house. It was like the biggest boulder up there. Jan, what is up, my man? Right on for stopping by. Almost got it all. See, I learned something. You don't want to try to blue bowl anything over 30 mesh, like they say. There's a reason for it. It's not gonna go down. I thought this would. This is still fairly small material, but nope. It's a process. It's all processes stuff. Just gonna be doing a bunch of learning processes here. Oh yeah. See, I could see some of this gold doesn't even want to go up in here. It's so heavy. So much gold in Cal. People don't know. All those people out there like going hanging out at the river. Freaking piles of gold underneath them. They don't even have a clue. They just want to freaking go swimming. Which is cool. I like to go swimming too, but I like gold. Yeah, I reached out to Mike, Adam. I'm waiting to hear back from him. He was actually headed to Hawaii, or no, to Alaska, he said. He was going to get back to me. I don't know if about what you're talking about, but I'm trying to get a gold cube in here. I want a gold cube. I want to have a gold cube, maybe even the blue bowl still. I don't know. I was going to exclusively have the gold cube. He didn't want to. I don't know. Things might have changed now. Might even have some other stuff. You have a whole shaker table in here one day, so I won't have to do any of this stuff. We'll just be shaking gold off a table. Then everybody, all you guys, when you're out here, will come to my house and we'll do cleanups. And we'll do it on YouTube, so everybody can see it. Let's see if we can find some gold to look at. .49%. It's a good percentage. Alright. There's a lot of this black sand, which I'm keeping because some of it might be... I don't ever throw my cons away, man. They all go in a bucket. Or I should say my tailings, not cons. Oh, I'm seeing gold peek through now. Almost got all the black sand. So much black sand. All right. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Adam. The smelting, I've already looked into it. We will be doing that eventually here. and actually taking it further than that. I have other ideas past that too. Oh yeah, look at that. Quite a bit right there. And there's still some inside the black sands. And that's just all of our larger stuff, you know. That's the bigger. It's not going up the bottle. It's all getting stuck in there. You know what? This is being difficult. I might have to set this stuff aside. Let me work it down one more time so you guys can get a nice clean shot of this size gold. And I'm going to set it aside because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's not going up the snuffer bottle. I might have to play with this stuff a while, and we're already an hour in, and I want to get to the rest of this material. This is probably only like a quarter of the material. So hey, Jan, I know exactly what you're talking about. Every time I was going up and back and forth to this spot, I would drive by that spot that you're talking about, and you could see the really gnarly bedrock, man. It just looks like it would be full of gold. And so you must have been right there. You say a slim pickings, huh? Well, that's probably a gram right there with all this gold in here. Easy. There's still some lead in there that needs to come out. Set this stuff aside. All right, so back to we have here our minus 30. So, man, I really should screen this stuff. I know you guys probably hate watching me screen this stuff because I take forever, and I hate doing it. It takes forever. I think I'm going to start pre-screening this stuff so we could cut this part out of the live feeds because it takes up a lot of time. But might be something to look into in the future here. Right on, Red Man. I'm glad you guys are having fun. It looks like everyone's having a good time. That's exactly what I wanted with this. Just a good old-fashioned Gold Shack hangout. Get this pan down in here. All right, let's get her screen down. Yeah, this isn't going to work that good either. In the future, uh-oh, pumps, something happened. Oh, had to fix the pisser. Oh, she's flowing good now. The variable flow on there, little trickle. Forgot what I was going to say. Maybe it'll come back to me. You know, it was really cool of Camp Goonies to come out, man. I've been watching those guys for a long time, and I shouted out, and they hooked me up, and they put a big shout out. Mike got on there and did a big shout out. Adobe, all you guys are awesome. If you're still watching, really cool, you guys, man. One day I'm gonna have to get down there and hang out with you guys. All right. Oh, this stuff ain't even going through. Well, I think that we're just going to run this material. Let's just run it. Screw it. I'm going to, one day I'm going to go through these tailings and we're going to pull all kinds of gold out of them. We'll do a whole segment on tailings, on the bucket, the Gold Shack tailing bucket run. And it's going to be good because I'm not classifying this stuff down no more right now. We're just going to run it. So I might lose some little stuff going through there. Some of the minus 100 might not stick around as much as it would if I classified it down, but oh well. We're going to get her done. Because this is not wanting to work the way I thought it did. The way I thought it would work. Yeah. Probably going to be doing this pre-stream here. Classified. Oh yeah, seeing gold. Okay, down to the nitty gritty. Probably have way too much in there already, but screw it. We're gonna get back to the blue bowl and we're gonna see a crap ton of fine gold. Make sure that the camera's not all wet, which it doesn't look like it is. Back on the blue bowl. Get a little bit closer. Oh yeah. Here we go, guys. Sports Illustrated. That's awesome, Jan. Man. I'm so glad you guys can make it out and hang out with me. Been working on this all week. Putting stuff together. I mean, even the placement of all these little things, everything had to be just right just for it to work. And it's still, I had a few little issues with the little things I'm not going to mention, but I think it turned out all right. Starting to see gold already. Yeah, I'm getting a nice donut of gold around the edge. Might not come through very good on this camera, but you'll start to see it soon here. Got to get back here. Do what you got to do. Make it back here. We got to get back out on the river. I'm actually going to try to... I'm not going to be heading up to your spot the next couple of trips. I got some other plans. So hopefully it doesn't get hit too hard, man. But I'm going to keep an eye out on it for you for sure. And I'm not going to take all the gold, I promise. Appreciate it, man. Have a good day at work tomorrow, man. Make that money. Get back here. I don't know if I guess maybe I put too much material in. It's just taking a while. I'm just going to keep letting it run. It looks like it's working its way down. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I just can't see very good from where I'm at. There's a glare. You guys got a better view. Oh, the screen, yeah. You guys got a way better view. I don't know much about clampers. I know that I've been in the bar up there at Georgetown, and it's a big clampers bar. They got clampers, all the different members, pictures all over the wall. And I know some clampers, but I haven't really talked much about it. I don't really know much about that stuff. I know they're a bunch of good guys, the ones that I know. I think it's kind of like that Gold Rush Australia. I think it is kind of like that. Hey, Gold Rush Australia, what's your name, man? I remembered it for a while and then I forgot it, but I seen it on your channel. I check. I'm checking up on you once in a while, dude. Believe me, I watch your videos. David B, is that it? That sounds right. Hard to keep up with all these YouTube people's names, man. I just know the icons and their avatars. Like, I know that one. I know this person. There we go. Right on, Jan. The Wild Man of Tasmania, they call him. Now, that's the one that'll stick right there. You are from now on the Wild Man of Tasmania. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on tonight. I just kicked this thing. That's definitely not good. Um, but it is just running kind of funky tonight. Maybe it's because of all the corners I've cut. It's just, it will not get, there's just a pile in the back that will not get over. And I took my time and really made sure this thing was nice and level. That's really important. I'm going to scatter it back out because that helps sometimes if you blow it all to the edge and then rerun it, and it'll suck it all back in. We'll try to get rid of some of that black sand. Yeah, you can see the gold. It does look good already. There's a ton more in there. It's just there's so much black sand. Try to kind of evenly spread it around, if that's even possible. All right. So much gold, Chris. It's so much. I guess I just missed you, man. When I went up there, I think it was Sunday, the last day of Adam's dig up there. Just missed you. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Might need to actually back up the camera a little for you to see it. Same here, bud. One of these days for sure. Got to meet up with all you guys. Something's not right. I just keep getting a pile of black sand in this back corner. Let me really quick, I'm going to back it off. I'm going to put the level on it really quick. But it gives us a chance to take a break and sweep up a bunch of gold and suck it up. Get the snuffer. Making some progress, finally. Just not having a very good time with this blue bowl tonight. I don't know what's going on. Everything else is working, but the blue bowl is just giving me problems tonight. It's been working so flawlessly too. I mean, I can't run it any hotter. That's as hot as it gets, and it's not sucking that stuff down. There might be some more material for the pan to play with later. That sucks. I'll give it a little bit longer here. Got it. Giving her full power, Captain. Almost overflowing. Can't take any more. Uh-oh. I'm pushing it. We're getting rid of it, though. Push it to the limit. Uh-oh. There we go. Now cut it back. Heck yeah, man. Share the love. Everybody subscribe to everybody. That's what I'm talking about. I like seeing all you guys here. There are some prospectors out there that I'm not going to name any names, but I don't know. We're coming for you. We're all coming for you. Nah, I just think it's funny that there's some guys out there that don't really give a F about anybody else, it seems like, which is whatever, their prerogative, but I like the kind of camaraderie that everybody gives each other in the community. I think we all could benefit from networking, and all of our viewers are into the same thing, so no one should get butthurt if we're all watching the same thing. We're all here for gold and to hang out and do what we do, We're gonna go ahead and just suck all this up. I'm not getting anywhere with this stuff. I didn't screen it properly, and it's biting me in the ass for it. Going down here. The rest, that's all the trouble gold. That's all the gold that's giving me trouble. That's like, it's in detention right now. It's in the gold detention room. We'll be dealing with it later. Heck yeah, man. Got a good thing going on here. I want to get, before the summer's up, maybe if, we could try to wait till fall when Adam gets back around. But I want to do another, maybe even some big digs again. We could all organize them out here. Everybody, a lot of these guys probably, at least half of them in this chat right here are from this area. So we can make it happen. so many trouble. This stuff's giving me so many problems. I mean, look at all the videos that we did. Well, I've probably done 5 of these videos, and I haven't had this much trouble. There we go. Had a clog. Snuffer was clogged. Hate that. The pisser unclogged the snuffer. Felipe, my man, came to hang out. Right on. Felipe from California. Where at in California, Felipe? Super Walt, my go-to sluice. Depends. Right now I'm using my Bazooka gold trap. They don't make them anymore. There's a company called Grizzly Gold Trap. If you're gonna buy a sluice, I'd buy one of those. I would. You could buy your old, Hungarian riffle or drop riffle or just a standard sluice, and those are awesome. But all this gold that you're seeing came from a Bazooka, and I was gonna run a drop riffle at this spot, which is probably better. It's probably more situated for that, the gold, because it's very fine there, and you get a lot of minus 100 mesh, and with the Bazooka you get down to about around 100 mesh and you start losing that size. You'll see it in the black sand. You won't have that super fine black sand. It won't be there like you'll have in a regular sluice. So it all depends on what kind of gold you're going for. But I'd say that's what I use. So that's what I'm swearing by right now. Grizzly Gold Trap makes a good one. And they have it's updated. It's a better version than mine. They work some kinks out with it. Felipe is from the area, the Bay Area, I'm assuming. That's where I'm from. No, Jaron, I don't blame you for not doing the nugget brain, man. I don't know, that's just wrong. I'm not doing it if anyone challenges me. I mean, it's cool. I get it seems like a cool idea and all, but I ain't playing with my poop, man. Not down with that. Oh, Southern Cal. All good, man. You got the San Gabriel to go play in if you want. So since this stuff isn't really blue balling, I don't know what I should do. Should I just pan it and magnet? Maybe that's what I'm going to have to do, is just use the magnet in the pan. Or maybe I should screen it like I should do and make it actually work properly. Maybe I'll screen the rest of this little stuff here. got here? 50 mesh. Little 50 mesh. Maybe let's take it down to 50 mesh and see what happens. What's our time? Almost sprayed the computer. Okay. Then this, we'll just dump in here. Now that that's all classified the same size, that's all plus 50. Just do that, make it easy. Uh-oh. Something happened. I can't see nobody's comments. What happened? There we go. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Let's get back to running. So far, so good. Let's see if this made a difference. Looks like it already. It looks like it's separating a lot faster, a lot more consistently. It's all about screening, man. Especially with the... Oh. Hopefully I didn't just lose any right there. But yeah, classifying with the blue bowl, that's what makes it work. If you don't classify, it obviously doesn't work. Very good, at least. David, I don't have that ability yet, man. I'm working on it. I don't have that set up to do that, but I was already thinking about that. It's funny you bring that up, but I'm going to have that definitely in the future, be able to phone in. You could do like phone in like Flash does with the Skype or with the phone line. Right on, Red Man. David has some good questions, huh? The questions get better the more beer that's drank. Is that proper English? Drunk. The more that he drinks. I'm having a hard time tonight. It's like 107 in this garage, and if I open it and let the air in, it blows the blue screen around, and so I'm stuck in this heat, and it's like I'm dying of heat. I don't know if it shows in here, but it's super hot. Looks all nice and refreshing, but it's not. Right on, Silver King. Right on for stopping by, man. Watching some of your silver finds. Pretty cool stuff. I see you got a new gimbal. I was watching some of your gimbal test videos. Wellington, I wish we were weighing gold already, but we are not. It's gonna get to the point here where I'm just gonna like knock all this stuff over and we're just gonna do it old school with a pan and a bucket or a tub. Nah, but seriously, I need to figure out something. It's just too much, man. It's too much material. I'm definitely gonna have some I won't look at it for gold, but I'll have it screened down for the next one. We'll be pre-screened and ready to blue bowl on the next gold shacks. For some reason, this black sand's loving this corner over here. Just will not leave it alone. You know what, David? I would be happy. You would see me with a wooden pinky. I don't even know if you can make one, but I would have some kind of a fabricated pinky. You know what? Probably make it out of solid gold. There you go. Yep. I would have the gold. Got a little greedy. Was trying to speed up things. I need to slow down, let it all calm down before I knock a bunch of gold out. Wellington, I don't know how I got into it. I was always into fishing and outdoor stuff. I hunted, I rode motorcycles, dirt bikes. We have property up in the mountains, so I grew up outdoors. But I was never in gold country. So, man, I think it's about the time, and I'm not even gonna lie, I know a lot of people probably got more interested in a gold when this came out. It was around the time that the series Gold Rush started on TV. You know, I thought that was really cool. That really sparked my interest, and it kind of grew ever since then. Know, finding gold too, it's a lot. You know, if you're into fishing, especially like stream fishing, then you'll do good with gold because they share a lot of similarities. There's different aspects that you kind of have to read the stream the same way you would read a stream looking for fish. It's not very hard. I mean, it's not that hard to get into. Once you start finding some gold and know where it comes, what to look for, it's really easy to start finding gold as long as you're in a gold bearing area. And man, I was thinking about this the other day. What was it? I had a triangle. It was like the three things to successfully mining. It was like research of the area that you're in, or knowledge of the background of the area, if there's gold there, your equipment, and your ability to use that equipment. And I think the third one was something to do with your mind, basically, and using your head. And there was three things. I can't remember it now, but I'm going to get back to that. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot, man. You need to just read the river, look for the right spots behind rocks. You know, they say, oh, look for behind a boulder. It's kind of true. It's a little bit more than that. I'm more of like a gold hunter. I've been a prospector. I don't really read the river as much as I read cracks and look for things ready to break off and look for things to open up, and you read the river more as a sluice box. If you start looking at the river like a sluice box, you'll find gold. Getting all sidetracked here, freaking on a rant. Now, I'm no expert either. I mean, I'm finding gold, obviously, but I'm no expert, so don't take it like I'm not talking like I know a ton. But I know enough to find gold, and if I can find it, you can. That's pretty cool, Rachel. I've seen on the forums, there's quite a few guys up in that area that prospect the beaches they look for the piles of black sand, and they go and then they run black sand, and they do pretty well up there with fine gold. Now, I think I'm going to pan this stuff down. Let's get down to some gold. I kind of screwed this up too much already. I keep saying it, so I'll take these cons. This was the last of the stuff to Blue Bowl. We're going to get back to some old school panning here. See if we could just use a magnet. This is what I was doing before the Blue Bowl. I've had the Blue Bowl for years, and when I would come home, I would just pan the stuff out with the magnet, take my time. This is a lot more efficient if you do it right. We're wasting a bunch of time here. We're going on an hour and a half cleanup here. So appreciate you guys hanging in there. A window unit for the garage, that would be sweet. It is hot in her. And if you want to find gold, who was it that asked again? It was Wellington. If you want to find gold, you got to find all you need is a gold pan and a few. I found my best gold with a gold pan and a few simple digging tools, crevicing tools, a few shards of metal shaped like a spoon. I mean, very primitive tools. I don't have any. I put them away, or else I'd show you. But it is ridiculous where you find gold. When you find it, you're like, what the heck? That's where there's gold. You never really, you'll think about it differently because there's just a bunch of boulders and stuff. Sometimes we find gold that's literally out of a crack that's like a hairline fracture, just big enough to get a 1/16 of an inch tool in between, and you could pop a few nice pieces of gold out of that. And a lot of people even think that there would be gold in a crack like that, but that's where it accumulates in nature in specific areas on the river. Look at that, guys. Don't see any gold. And so I'm going to just try to... What I'm doing here is kind of like panning. I'm keeping all the gold, all the heavies down low, and instead of dumping it out and panning like traditionally, I'm taking the black sands off the top with the magnet. That's what I'm trying to do here. Not seeing gold, and that's a good thing when you're doing this. You don't want to see gold. Heck yeah, Jan. That's where the good gold is all the places that look like there couldn't be gold. That's what I look for. When I'm out there looking for gold, I look for all the places that everybody else is like, yeah, there's not gold there. There would never be gold there. And that's where I find it. Good tip. And my buddy Eric, I don't know if he's here anymore, but he was here earlier. He is the master at that. He makes me look bad. We'll go somewhere and this guy will just dig somewhere next to the river that just looks like garbage, literally like sand or something, and he'll show me pans that are like, look like cleanup pans from the end of a day. I've never seen a person able to do it like he can. I watched that guy pull a gram out of a crack in one pan once, and I was digging all around that crack, everywhere but that crack. Wellington, the biggest nugget I've ever found is, I think it's about 4.75, like 4.7 something grams is the biggest nugget I found, which is a pretty decent sized nugget. But I mean, in California, a good sized nugget, like a nice presentable one, probably around an ounce, somewhere around there, or above 10 grams. That's like a lifetime find. My nugget to me is a lifetime find, but it's still nothing huge. I'm getting there. There's less and less black sand each time. You do not get big gold here in Tasmania? Is that a joke? Hope that's a joke, man. Don't you guys get like the freaking massive fist-sized nuggets and act like they're pickers out there in Australia? Or is that like not in Tasmania? Is it a different part of Australia, possibly? I'm also going to have some like buckets worked out as another thing I wanted to have. Like, I was trying to think of what I could use to have instead of like dipping down here and doing all this. I need to have things a little more thought out. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there slowly. Oh, okay. I got you, David. wouldn't mind having one of those magnets that I see. I might invest in that now. Um, that like you attach the drill to and it spins, works really well on the black sands. I could see that coming in handy with all this stuff. I know I'll be looking forward to your next video, David. Keep an eye out for it. I'm a sub, so it will pop up for me and I will watch it for sure. I still don't see any gold, so keep going like this while I can. Need to have like some different music or something else going on. See, that's where it would help. Well, I guess if the time wasn't as long as it is, it would definitely help. But like if I was able to get like some callers to call in and Skype and stuff and have them show up back here, which I could totally do and we will have in the future. But that will definitely help the show's value out because it gets kind of quiet. I'm not the most talkative person in real life, kind of the quiet guy. So having the show is a little bit contradictive to me. So it's hard for me to come up with stuff to talk about sometimes. I try to keep it a little fresh, but I know we're kind of dragging on. We're going on an hour and 44 minutes. We're getting there though. Getting down there, running out of black sand. Yeah, right on, David. I appreciate it, man. I kind of like doing it like that, honestly, because some trips, you know, you don't have a whole lot of. One trip might not be as interesting as, you know, another trip, and you might not want to make a video of just one specific trip. So I try to kind of let the footage pile up so I have a lot of good stuff to work with so I could put out something decent. A little long, just like these things are, but, you know, float some people's boat. Black sand, gold, tons of black sand, but no gold. Right on, Rachel. At least somebody understands me. All right, I'm getting to the point where there's almost no black sand coming out of here, which is a good thing. That means there's going to be a lot of gold down there. I'm really anxious to see this, especially because I used to like doing this more than the blue bowl because it's neat to fan it back and see all that gold piled up right there. So this will be kind of fun to see that. But I'm kind of worried that I might not be able to separate it very good because it might be too saturated with gold. One last dip here and then we'll fan it back. Okay, here comes the fun part. Rid of some of that lighter fan. Let me get rid of this pan too. It's kind of bumping around in here. Right on, Silver King. Silver King, my brother actually, right on for asking, man. He just went back to work this Monday. First time he's been back to work since last August. So he just went back to work for the same company that he got in the wreck going to work to when this all started. And they waited for him. He's got a good job too. He works on surveying equipment like lasers and GPS guided stuff. So he finally got to go back to work. So he's doing well. Yeah, it's Brandon. It's my brother. I got two brothers. I got a Brandon and Ricky. I'm the oldest. 3 boys. I don't see any gold. I mean, I'm not seeing it yet in here, so that's a good thing. I mean, that means I'm not losing it in this process of panning it. I think it's time to peep at it. Look at how much gold that is. So much gold. All of that is gold. That's not blonde sand. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to clean this up. The cleanup, the gold shack has a problem. It's just too fine. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Taco Bell is like my go-to. Every time I come back from mining, that's like Taco Bell is what I eat. It's like the only fast food I'll eat. Yes, I save all of this stuff. So I'll run that. I'll put it all in my cons bucket or in my tailings bucket. And yes, I get out. I mean, this is a process, so you're only going to get out as much as you can. There'll still be gold in your tailings. It's the thing about gold mining. It's not 100%. There's no 100% recovery method really that I know of out there. Everything's like in the 99 percentile or in the upper 90. So usually you're going to have, especially at this level, doing things this way, you're going to have gold in your tailings still, most likely. So hold on to your black sands. Even then, like companies, I've heard that black sand's valuable and some companies buy it because there's other minerals and things in it that are of value. Well, let's try to get it down a little further, I guess. Dude, brute prospecting, those videos are sick, man. I don't know, like, if he's got his son doing the editing or he's doing them. It's just like that guy is got, he could have a Discovery Channel show. He's the one that like really is putting out some good content, or was, but he hasn't been putting anything out lately. I know who you're talking about. Miner or bust, yep. Darcy Cooper. He's living it, man. He's like, yeah, got the cabin. He's got the freaking mini excavator down there clearing brush. Got his son freaking working for him. I want to be that guy. Hard. I need to be like closer to it to see the gold. It's so fine. The glare from all the lights, it's hard to see what I'm doing. Ray, what is up, man? Thanks for stopping by. I need some help. Come pan my cons for me, please. I wish I was with you, Ray. I think all of us wish that we were doing what you're doing. Sounds like a fun time, that's for sure. Man, see, look at this stuff. There's just too much gold to get it out of here. That's why I need to get this blue bowl working again. Try some reverse panning here. Good tip, Ray. I don't like using this pan. You're right. The pan that I do use is a finishing pan. It's actually holding all my gold from a gold contest that I'm doing. I need to get all the gold out of that pan because that is my finishing pan that I use in everything. It's the little black one that I use, and I don't have it right now because of that. But you're definitely right about that. I'm gonna just try to get it as best I can and use the snuffer. Use my little brush and sweep it up in the snuffer. Oh, look at that. Another use for the pisser. The water sweeper. The water broom. Right on, Ray. Yeah, it's just a recirculating, like what do they call it? A fountain pump, for outdoor water fountain. Just one of those little cheap ones. And just put it on a hose and a little valve, so it's in here, just recirculating this water. Works good. David in here getting rowdy, talking about pissers and stuff. Let's see if we can do it again. Get some more gold out of it, huh? You know what I could do is well, no, that's going to be harder. I have another finishing pan, but it's actually my daughter's pan. It's a pink one, and the gold is like almost invisible in that pan. Pink is not a good color to pan with. All right. Pisser time. Getting a little quiet in here. Too much gold to clean up. Alright, let's try this again here. Yes, Rachel. It's a long process. Long. But I don't mind. It's fun. I just hope, in the first couple of streams I did, there was a bunch of people out there like going on 3 hours. It was long, but I don't care. I mean, I'm not on a time limit. I'm just out here. Well, I take that back. I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I do need to get it wrapped up at some point. But yeah, it's a little bit tedious, and it doesn't bother me. I'll take my time. You probably won't get it 100% either, but I'll have it close enough to where you guys could see the majority of it for sure. And I think when I'm done with this, I'm going to dump the rest of this in the blue bowl and take it down really quick. Here goes the rest of it into the blue bowl. All right. Back to the bowl. yeah. That cleaned up nicely. That's the last little bit right there. That cleaned up perfect. I don't see almost any black sand in it, or very little. Still need to let it calm down. I'm going to go use the restroom, so I'll be right back. All right. We hear you. We hear you. You guys hear me? Testing, testing. Right on, Lynn Ream, stopping by. That's a familiar name. Okay, let's sweep this gold up. Okay, I think that means... Oh, no, wait. What else do I have? Do I have anything else? The gold will get caught in the paintbrush, but you got to kind of... Actually, you know what? I don't think it will. I mean, if you're dealing with a lot of gold, probably, yeah, but if you're careful, it doesn't seem to get caught in it. This one's a horsehair brush, I believe, and it doesn't seem like it is. But it all depends on how much gold you're talking about. I'm sure if you're sweeping up a ton of it, it'll get stuck in there. Okay, so looking good so far. Got a nice little pile. Let's see if I can show you. So far, so good. And this is all the black sand tailings, but that's all tailings, so we're done with that. I'll bring out this pan of the big gold, take this down a little bit more. Listen to it anymore. Oh yeah, I was having trouble sucking this up with the snuffer bottle. That's why I left it separate. A lot of good color in there, that's for sure. It's floating. See how gold could float? It's floating on there. Break the water tension. Keep it from floating. I did put some a wetter agent into the water to kind of help with that, but actually not in this water, that's why, but in that water I did. Alright, let me try to get these bigger pieces out of here, I guess. Listen. Oh. Oh yeah. That's gold. These little tiny, tiny little specks make that much noise. Now maybe I could sniff or some of this. I know everyone's, I'm not a tapper. I started off being a tapper, but it just piles everything up. And then there's just black sand that gets, it depends. If you get all of the black sands out and you have it like this and you tap it, that works good. But if you're tapping it while there's black sand in it, good luck. That doesn't do anything. But yeah, tapping does help. In the right situation for sure. There we go. It's getting a little bit easier to pan. Ah, floaters. Rachel, this sand isn't magnetic. That's why I've already gone over this. Some of the black sand isn't magnetic. A lot of it is, but some of it's not. So this is all black sand that isn't magnetic and so I can't use a magnet on it. Some lead. There's a lot of lead in it. Try to get these bigger lead pieces out. Tedious. There's still quite a bit of gold in there, but let's see. It's like this last little bit of black sand is just hard to pan out. What is up with this stuff? Ah, there's still gold in it. Josh is drunk eating Taco Bell. I'm probably hitting up Taco Bell after this. Well, tell you what. I'm gonna hold on to this. Let's see some gold. It's time. It's about time, I think. About time, I think. You know what I realized? I got this. This is all plus an eighth of an inch. I wonder if there's any gold in it. I haven't checked it. There could be a big old nugget in it. You guys want to check it? Kind of do. Screw it. Let's pan it. Nothing blinging in there. My biggest nugget that I found it in a classifier when I was panning. I was like about to throw it out, and I looked like, oh, wait a minute, I seen a big old chunk of just solid yellow. It was the craziest thing. I didn't even think it was real at first. That's why I always tell people to check the classifier. You never know. I might have to back up the camera a little bit. I don't want to splash it. This gravel is heavy. This is awesome. Big old heavy gravel, whatever minerals they are, ended up in the bazooka. Some people fill their bazookas with marbles, I've heard, instead of just natural river stone. Kind of makes sense. It's round. It has more area for the black sands and gold to settle around the marbles and still keep it fluidized. But then you got to carry a bunch of marbles down to the river. Who the heck wants to do that? There's gold in it, but not big pieces, littler pieces, lots of lead. Wish these were gold. Oh, yep, some gold in there. Let's get it out of there. Let me select this really quick. I like doing this when you could get it down to the black sand, and you could get all the good stuff to stick to the pan, and then you could go through the kind of like the tailings and pan out the tailings looking for gold. I think there's a piece of gold right there. A couple pieces. Goes up here. Keep your sieve to yourself. There you go. Is that everything? I think we actually got through everything. Holy cow. It only took 2 hours and 30 minutes. YouTube's going to come down harder on me. They're going to be like, you know, it's cool that you're doing this and all, but you got to speed it up, man. You're using too much bandwidth. And the rest will go in the tailings bucket. Usually what I do is when it's winter time and I don't have anything to do and I'm jonesing to get out on the river and I can't, I'll go and clean up all these tailings and get gold out of those. All right, time to look at some gold, I think. Yeah, Red Man, I hold on to everything. Even if it looks like lead, it goes in the tailing bucket. Jasmines and small prisoners. So here goes bigger gold. These are all our pickers. Wow, this thing really got rusty fast. I guess because it's a metal pan, it's going to do that. So there's our pickers. And then we got this. Let's take a look. Still some blacks in there, quite a bit actually too, but what are you gonna do? Nice. Looks good. I'm saying 2 grams. Less than I thought, but man, it's just not wanting to pretty up for me. Prettier up. That's a better spread. Decent take for a day's worth of work. I'll take it. Like I said, it looks about to be about 2 grams to me, I think. Somewhere around there, pennyweight, maybe pennyweight to 2 grams. And that's a full-size pan, so in a finishing pan, it would look like a heck of a lot more. But this is a GPAA pan, so it's a good amount of gold in there. Right on, Rachel. 2.18. That's probably right around what it is. Let's flash dry this son of a gun and weigh it. Kind of got to keep the water agitated to kind of help keep the floaters from forming when you're pouring the water out like this. Let me grab, got a heat gun, you could try that. Just what we need to do. Start playing with heat guns around water. This is smart. Later, Red Man. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. See you on the next one, man. Stop by anytime. Yeah, I do have a metal bowl. What are you getting at? Blow torching it? You think that would work better, but maybe. Put it on the barbecue. This is actually working. Let's see. Wow, it's working pretty fast. Check it out. Oh, just you mean to be breathing plastic's probably not good. I don't smell anything yet. Call 911 if I fall over. I live in Fairfield. Dan the man coming at the end, like walking in like an OG at the super late at the end of the party. What's up, guys? How's it going? Come to check out the gold. Take care, Josh. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for hanging out for as long as you did, too. We'll have to get together soon, man. Take care. Almost done. I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm like trying to put this thing under my chin so I could, yeah, I'm gonna drop it, and yeah, it's not gonna be good. Almost there. Oh, you know what? This thing's all wet. Let me take this off of here. Got a little splash in there from that. And now it does got quite a bit of black stuff in it that is not coming out, but hey, it's mostly gold. Almost there. Jerry, Jerome, Jared, all a bunch of J's. Yeah, I'm Jerry, and Mr. Lode is Jerome. Pretty sure that's right. I think the plastic's getting to me. This last little bit just doesn't want to come off of the side of this pan. Just got just enough moisture still. I like how the pan is the ghost pan. I just noticed that since it's green. We were talking about that earlier. I just now looked over and seen that. Right on, Dan. Yeah, I put a lot of work into it. I think it turned out all right though. And I'm gonna have, the background's gonna change. It's gonna constantly change. With each outing, I'm going to try to do the same thing with the backdrop of every place that the gold comes from. Okay. This pan is hot. Let me go get a piece of paper or something here. I need to find something to put over this. Oh, I know it'll work perfect. The lid to my trailer. All right. I knew these ads were good for something. Turn that thing off. I think that this literally the loop, because it's on a loop for the backdrop, is literally only like 5 seconds. I found like this tiny little loop and I kept playing it and I was like, oh, that looks good, and it seemed pretty seamless. It's only like a 5-second loop. always hate this part. It always scares the crap out of me. It's still a little bit wet too. It's sticking to the pan just a tiny bit. It's raining gold. Every tap is just, you can hear it. It's funny. Hopefully it doesn't stick to the paper now. Some up here. Jeez, it's crazy. It's just like still coming off of there. Okay. I think that's good. Okay. Dun dun dun. All right. Here goes nothing. I can't even see it. Can't even see it yet until it's done. 199198. Who had the closest guess? 2 grams almost on the dot. Look at that. It keeps jumping back and forth. There's still, it's more like, I'd say it's probably more like 1.75 or something because of the black sands that are still in there. But cool, 2 grams. I will take that. Yeah, Dan guessed it. Didn't you guess it on the dot too? I thought someone was like super close. Yeah, Dan guessed it. That's awesome. Dan the man coming in here at the end of the show like 1.99. See you guys. Yeah, that is good. And like I did a super sloppy cleanup too. I'm sure there's probably more gold in some of these tailings too. So, you know, it is what it is, but I'll take a 2 gram cleanup any freaking day. That's for sure. So, we have come to the end of the journey. Oh man, I might have to go and pull a Josh and give me some Taco Bell now. I'm freaking hungry. That was like, what, this is like the 3-hour mark almost. 8:45, we started at 6, or 8:54, sorry. Oh, right on everybody, man. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I'm beat. This process has taken a lot longer than I anticipated, and we're making a lot of changes, and we're going to keep going, and I'm going to make it a lot faster. Like I said, I think I'm going to screen everything. Basically going to try to have everything ready to drop in the Blue Bowl when the show starts. I think we're going to get rid of all the screening, all that stuff that takes forever. It's just too much, too long. And I want to try to have more video footage. I'm going to try to have like a bunch of other clips, like not just one footage like, hey, watch, here's the trip, but like, hey, let's check this out. Oh, and we'll get to that clip. I want to kind of integrate I can't say it right now. I want to make it all work together. So you'll see a lot more of that, moving forward. So, right on for stopping by. Right on all you guys for hanging in there. Appreciate it. Yeah, 3 hours, Dan. It was a long one tonight. I want it to be more about like an hour, hour and a half. That's more realistic. The set, it's going to be once a week for sure. It's going to be once a week. It's probably either going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I'm leaning more towards Thursday, but Wednesday or Thursday for sure. Goonie Nation, right on all the Goonies that stopped by. Thank you, Rachel. I was awesome with those guys. I appreciate it. They are freaking awesome. Thank you, everybody. You all have a good night. I'm going to sign off. Take care. Prospector Jerry out. You have a good one. Good gold to you all.